Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's tutorial, I wanted to recreate the look that Adele is wearing in her new music video for the song Hello. I think it's a beautiful look, and the music video is actually in like black and white. So this is just kind of what I thought the look looked like in black and white, you know what I mean? So I just kind of went with neutral colors, but I really focused on doing a lot of highlighting and contouring, making my eyes pop and doing a super matte, like bronzy, glam, really glam look. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. It's pretty long, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get right into it. Alright, so we're gonna do another makeup tutorial today, and I think I'm gonna start with eyes today. I usually start with face, but I thought let's try something different today and start with eyes. For my shadow primer today, I'm testing out the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I just have a little mini size here, but I thought I would try it out. Wait, is this? Yeah, shadow. It feels kind of like a face primer. Okay, and then to even out the skin on my eyelid, I'm going to use a little bit of my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. We'll come back to this when we're working on the face, but for now I'm just going to apply it to my eyelids. Usually, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, I use the Mally Beauty Shadow Primer, but I'm pretty sure that is discontinued and mine is almost gone anyways, so I'm going to stop using it in videos. So if you guys have recommendations for a good shadow primer or base that has like a concealer tint to it built in, let me know in the comments because I'm looking for one. Alright, so for today's look, I thought it would be the perfect time to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I have talked about this in so many videos, but I haven't gotten a chance to do like a look with it yet, so I'm really excited to show you guys how beautiful this matte palette is. So yeah, it's all matte shadows. I love it. It's great for a neutral look like this, and I'm so excited to finally show you guys this because I've been using it every day. So to start, I'm just going to use this really light, actually I'm going to use that one. And I'm going to put that all over my eye. I want to go like really light with this. Light and bright and matte is kind of the look we're going for. Alright, now with the same brush, I'm going to go back in with this kind of peachy brown color here, and I'm going to apply that through my crease. And this brush is very fluffy. It's a Sigma E35, so it kind of applies it loosely. You want this to just be like blown out throughout the entire crease, just like your transition shade. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit smaller of a brush, and let's see. I think I'm going to go in with this light matte brown too. It's just like a couple shades darker, and kind of for this whole look, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go light to dark, so I'm going to use this one, and then probably one of these here, and then maybe the black, and just slowly darken up the look. That will give it a really nice gradient and like blended effect. And then I'm going in with a little bit smaller brush, so this one's going to be a little bit more tapered, and like each time I do a darker color, it'll be a little bit more tapered in the crease. Okay, and so the next color I'm going to use is this reddish brown. If you like a more warm toned look for yourself, go ahead and use this one. If you like a more cool toned look, use this one. For myself, I like a warm look. Obviously, we couldn't really see what tone Adele did in the video because it was black and white, but I'm gonna go with a warm tone for myself. And really, to do the look, you don't even need to see the color because it's not really about the color, it's about the contouring and the highlighting and just the different shading that she has on her eyes and her face. So colors really don't matter with this look. It's just about like layering the browns or the cool or warm tones together. So I'm gonna use that reddish brown. And then I'm also trying to keep it pretty high up on my crease because I want my lid to really pop and really stand out. So just keep that in mind too. Alright, so I've just been kind of blending and re-adding and blending. You also want to make sure that you are getting this little outer corner here too, because we're kind of round it down on the bottom once we do the shadow on the bottom. So I'm just taking a little bit of that red brown and kind of getting right in there. Okay, so next I'm going to use just this little brush. I don't have many clean eyeshadow brushes because I've been filming so many tutorials, but this one is just from like a little Butter London palette, and it's kind of like a small pointed tip little fluffy brush. So I'm going to use that to go into the black here and do some final like carving out to really make my lid stand out, so that's a strong contrast between this black and this white. So going with just a little bit of black with like a pencil brush or a pointed fluffy brush. Okay, so last step for the eyes, you want to go in and touch up the little white here. I'm also going to add a little bit of concealer, but just really make that bright and fresh and clean on your eyelid. Okay, so I ended up kind of mixing the white with this little bone colored shade, and I like the way that looks too.
Don't be scared of what's to come. It's so
Alright, so that is pretty much it for shadow. Now the big star of the show for her eyes was like this really big winged liner. So I am going to use my Bobbi Brown black gel liner. It's called Black Ink to create that nice wing. And you want to probably stick with a cream liner like this one because it does have that nice matte look to it, where a liquid has more of that like satin look to it. Alright, done with that. I'm going to move on to the face because I feel like I want to kind of see where this look is going before I finish off the eyes and do the brows and stuff. So I'm going to apply my primer. And I have been using the Makeup Forever Step 1, the Nourishing Primer. Been using it a lot lately and I really like it. Alright, so I'm just applying a little bit of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I'm going to do a lot of like cream highlighting and contouring with this look, but we do want to start off with just a light layer of foundation to even out the skin tone before we do that. So I'm just applying that all over. Okay, so that's what it looks like with just a light layer. Now I'm going to use this MAC Match Master Concealer. I've talked about this in a couple recent videos, how I've been using it to do some cream contouring, so I thought this would be the perfect video to kind of show you guys. So we're just going to apply this all over. I love how it's like a stick and it's like super easy. I have it in shade 8.
It's all for you. Looking back afterwards, it was.
Okay, and then if I had that concealer in a lighter color, I would use that for the lighter too, but I only have it in the dark. I plan on getting it in a couple more colors soon, but because I don't, I'm just going to use my Morphe little contouring kit. It's called 9FC, and it's just 9 different concealers. So this is what I used to use for contouring all the time, and I love it for a super glam look, but now I've been using this for the dark parts, and I'll still use this for the light until I get that concealer in a lighter shade. So using a cream is really going to give you that super full coverage, glam, highlight, and contour look. And you can do it with powders or liquids, but it just is not the same. So if you have creams, I recommend doing it. And this palette right here, I love. I used it on my wedding day. It's very inexpensive, and it works really good. I do like the MAC a little bit better though, just because it's a lot creamier and obviously it's easier to apply. Okay, so I'm going to start by blending out the dark areas first with my L'Oreal True Match W7. Basically, just use any dark foundation. I have this one because it's beautiful. I love it. It's a nice full coverage matte foundation, and it's like, I think it's like $5 or something. It's really inexpensive. So I have it in W7, which is a little bit darker than my skin tone. You definitely don't want to go like as dark as your contour, but just like 3-4 shades darker than your face would be perfect to blend that out. So just kind of go like this. Get a little bit on your brush and really work it in, and then you can start blending it out. And this will help the contour have a more natural look because you are mixing it with a lighter foundation. Just like that. See how easy that blends in? I love it. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with my regular foundation, the Makeup Forever HD, because this is the actual shade of my skin. And I'm going to blend in everywhere except for underneath my eyes. And then to blend in underneath my eyes and the rest of the face, I'm just going to use a little bit of my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer that we used earlier on the eyes. So basically, you just want to do a light layer of foundation, apply your cream, contour and highlight, and then blend it back out with foundation, but using different colors that kind of match the contour and highlighted areas. That's going to give you the most natural looking effect. And of course, it will make it very full coverage as well. Okay, now that everything is blended in, it's time to set the foundation. Again, with different color powders that match the areas that we highlighted and contoured. That is gonna give us that really matte, like porcelain look. So for under the eyes, I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Okay, and then to set the medium areas of my face, I'm going to use my Pure Minerals. This is their 4-in-1 pressed foundation in golden medium. I always use golden medium or light tan. Those are my two colors in this foundation, and I love it. So just apply that where you need it. Okay, last step for powder, we do want to bronze the skin a little bit and then obviously set the contoured areas. So for bronzing, I'm going to use my Hourglass bronzer just because I don't want this look to be too flat. So I can't not use like any shimmer. I'm going to use this and then a little bit of highlighter because I want it to still look lifelike and real. But then to set the contoured areas a little bit further, I am going to use just like a dark foundation powder from MAC. So I'm going to start off with this one, my brush. Just a little bit of the Hourglass bronzer. Okay, and then a little bit of this MAC one. So I kind of do like, bring it under my cheek like that a little bit. For blush, I'm going to use this Too Faced Love Blush. The color is called Baby Love. It's just a nice mauve-y pink blush. Okay, last step for face is to add in some highlighter. I'm going to use my Hourglass little palette here, the middle one, to highlight my face. And this, of course, is not like a super glittery highlighter or anything, and that's kind of what I want. Just something subtle to add a little bit of glow to my skin, but no shimmer. I'm going to quickly fill in my brows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. Go ahead and do whatever you normally do. I'm going to add a little bit of my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. If you don't have eyelash extensions like I do, I would definitely apply false lashes, but I am not going to because I have lash extensions. So just apply a little mascara. And for my lower lash line, I'm going to take just a little bit of this reddish brown underneath. Not too much, just enough so that it looks like I have a little bit of shadow under there, but you don't have to go all out, just a nice medium brown. All right, and then the last step for this look is lips. So I'm just gonna quickly say what I'm gonna use, and then you guys will see me put it on in the final look. So I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk with my NARS lip pencil in Rikugine. I think this is like what you get for a birthday gift this year. It's a nice like pinky mauve, and then I'm gonna top it off with some gloss from Anastasia in Vintage. So just kind of like a pinky mauve rosy look. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Okay, so this is the final look. I had a lot of fun creating this look. I know it was super long and you don't have to do all these steps, but this was just kind of fun to recreate this super glam contoured look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Pick up the Kat Von D palette. Seriously, it's amazing, and everything else I used in this video are all things that I've been loving recently. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it and you want to see more tutorials from me, because I'm having a lot of fun filming them recently. So if you guys want to see them more often, just let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I make new videos all the time, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!